A woman who knows her worth does not chase what devalues her. She simply removes herself. Welcome, Sigma ladies, to a space where we unravel the depth, the strength, and the unshakable mindset of the Sigma female. Today, we're diving into a reality that many don't understand. When a Sigma female walks away, she does not look back. She doesn't return out of guilt, nostalgia, or doubt. Her decision is not just final, it's irreversible. But why is this departure so absolute? Why doesn't she waver like others who get trapped in the cycle of leaving and returning? Stay with me as we uncover the deep psychological, emotional, and strategic reasons behind her ability to walk away permanently. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the Sigma Lady, where we don't just talk about powerful women, we decode them. She does not believe in unfinished business. For many people, walking away is messy. They leave, but keep the door slightly open, hoping that time, circumstances, or apologies will rewrite the past. Not her. A Sigma female does not indulge in unresolved emotions. She ties every loose end in her mind before she makes the final call. By the time she walks away, she has already processed every possibility, every outcome, and every reason why she should never return. This is what sets her apart. Others hesitate, waiting for closure from outside sources. She provides closure for herself. She does not need an apology to move on. She does not require explanations to find peace. Her decision to leave is built on certainty, not emotional impulse, and because of that, she does not leave gaps for anyone to re-enter her life. Many struggle with leaving because they hold on to the illusion that something unfinished still has potential. They convince themselves that if they just had one more conversation, if they just tried harder, if they just gave the other person a little more time, things could work out differently. A Sigma female does not live in hypotheticals. She does not waste her time on what-if scenarios. She understands that if something was meant to continue, it would have naturally progressed without her needing to force it. She knows that closure is a personal decision, not something given by another person. Many people spend years seeking answers, hoping for a moment of understanding that will justify their pain. A Sigma female has no interest in this. She understands that sometimes the only closure she needs is the simple realization that she deserves better. She does not need a person to validate her decision to leave. She does not require proof that she made the right choice. The fact that she had to consider leaving in the first place is all the confirmation she needs. Her ability to create her own closure gives her a rare advantage in life. While others are stuck in cycles of breaking up and making up, of walking away and returning, she is free. She does not carry the emotional weight of unfinished business because she does not allow situations to remain unresolved in her mind. She decides and she moves forward. She does not entertain regrets and she does not dwell on the past. She knows that emotional debt is an illusion. Most people return to past relationships, friendships, or environments because they feel they owe something, to history, to memories, to time spent. A Sigma female understands that time invested in the wrong place is not a reason to stay longer. She does not allow guilt or sentimentality to trap her in situations that no longer serve her. Many women struggle with walking away because they feel obligated to keep giving chances. They think about the years spent, the emotions shared, the commitments made. But the Sigma female does not allow past investments to dictate her future. She does not believe in the fallacy of sunk cost. If something no longer aligns with her values, she leaves, without guilt, without regret, without a second thought. She refuses to be trapped by time or effort. She understands that just because she has given someone years of her life does not mean she owes them more. She does not allow past versions of herself to make decisions for her present self. She is constantly evolving, and if a relationship, a friendship, or a situation no longer fits the person she has become, she does not hesitate to let it go. This mindset is rare. Most people struggle to detach because they feel that their investment must eventually pay off. They convince themselves that if they stay a little longer, if they give a little more, they will eventually get what they deserve. A Sigma female does not engage in this kind of thinking. She does not expect her past sacrifices to determine her future rewards. She understands that sometimes the smartest thing to do is to walk away and cut her losses. She is not afraid of starting over. Many fear leaving because they do not want to start from scratch. They cling to relationships, jobs, and environments that no longer serve them because the thought of rebuilding is overwhelming. A Sigma female does not share this fear. She understands that walking away is not the end, it is the beginning. She does not see leaving as a failure. She sees it as an opportunity to create something better. She knows that no amount of time, energy, or effort can change something that is fundamentally broken. She does not waste years hoping for change that will never come. She does not stay in situations that drain her just because she has already invested so much. She understands that her time is valuable, and she refuses to waste it on anything that does not contribute to her growth. This is why her departure is always final. She does not leave with the hope of returning. She does not give herself an escape route back into the past. When she walks away, she closes every door behind her. She does not keep emotional ties that can be used to pull her back in. She doesn't hold on to keepsakes, messages, or reminders that could tempt her to revisit what she has already left behind. Her ability to detach is what makes her powerful. She does not second-guess herself, and she does not allow the weight of the past to slow her down. She does not believe in rewriting old chapters. She only moves forward, never backward. This is why, when a Sigma female walks away, it is truly over. She never allows herself to be emotionally blackmailed. Some people use manipulation to pull others back into their orbit. They play the victim, they guilt trip, they remind her of everything they once shared. A Sigma female is immune to these tactics. She sees through emotional games and refuses to be held hostage by someone else's inability to let go. People who struggle to let go often resort to guilt as a means of control. They remind her of how much they did for her, how they were always there, how they never thought she would leave. They cry, they beg, they try to convince her that she is abandoning them. But a Sigma female sees through this illusion. She understands that true connection is based on mutual respect, not guilt. If someone truly valued her, they would not need to manipulate her into staying. She does not entertain pleas for another chance. Many people hold on to relationships out of fear, fear of regret, fear of loneliness, fear of making the wrong choice. But she does not make decisions based on fear. She makes them based on clarity. When she walks away, she has already thought through every possibility, and she knows that returning would not change the fundamental issues that led her to leave in the first place. She does not fall for empty promises. Many times when someone realizes that a Sigma female is slipping away, they suddenly change. They swear they will do better, that they will fix everything, that they now see how much she means to them. But she does not believe in words. She believes in actions. And she knows that if someone was capable of treating her right, they would have done so before she had to leave. This is what makes her different from others. While many women return to relationships, friendships, or jobs because they are given one more promise, she does not. She understands that people do not change overnight, and more importantly, they do not change just because they fear losing someone. Real change comes from within, not from the threat of loss. Her emotional self-sufficiency makes her untouchable. Unlike most, she does not seek validation from external sources. She does not need reassurance that her decision to walk away was the right one. She knows it was. She does not second-guess herself, wondering if she was too harsh, too impatient, or too unforgiving. Her emotional independence allows her to make choices that serve her highest good without hesitation. Many struggle to move on because they need someone to tell them they made the right choice. They want confirmation from friends, family, or even the person they left. But a Sigma female's confirmation comes from within. She trusts herself more than she trusts anyone else. Her inner voice is her guide, and when it tells her to leave, she does not question it. This kind of inner strength is rare. Most people rely on the opinions of others to justify their decisions. They ask for advice. They seek comfort in reassurance. They look for signs that they did the right thing. But a Sigma female does not need any of this. She listens to her instincts, and once she has made a decision, she stands by it. She sees second chances as a waste of time, while others believe in giving people multiple opportunities to prove themselves. She believes in reading the signs the first time. She does not wait for repeated disappointment to teach her a lesson. She does not need to experience betrayal twice to believe that it will happen again. Once is enough. Most people learn the hard way because they refuse to accept reality the first time it reveals itself to them. They convince themselves that things will be different next time, that people will change, that circumstances will improve. A Sigma female does not engage in these fantasies. She trusts what she sees, and when she sees red flags, she does not ignore them. She acts on them. This mindset saves her from unnecessary pain. Many people go through cycles of heartbreak because they refuse to accept the truth when it's first presented to them. They hold on, hoping for a change that never comes. A Sigma female refuses to engage in this pattern. She listens to actions, not words. And when someone shows her who they are, she believes them the first time. She does not need to be hurt multiple times to understand a situation. She does not need to be betrayed twice to realize someone is untrustworthy. She does not need to be undervalued repeatedly before deciding that she deserves better. Her ability to recognize warning signs early allows her to avoid unnecessary suffering. She understands that peace is more valuable than familiarity. Many stay in toxic environments simply because they are used to them. They fear the discomfort of change more than the pain of staying. But a Sigma female does not mistake comfort for happiness. She prioritizes her inner peace above all else, even if that means walking away from everything she once knew. Most people cling to the familiar because they believe it is easier than the unknown. They convince themselves that even a painful situation is better than the uncertainty of leaving. But a Sigma female does not let fear dictate her choices. She understands that growth only happens when she is willing to step outside of what is comfortable. This is why she never looks back. She does not leave out of weakness. She leaves because she is strong enough to face the unknown. She understands that staying in a situation that no longer serves her is not loyalty. It is self-betrayal, and she refuses to betray herself. Her ability to embrace the unknown is what gives her power. She does not fear change. She welcomes it. She does not cling to what is familiar just because it feels safe. She knows that true safety comes from being aligned with her values, her purpose, and her self-respect. And if something or someone disrupts that alignment, she does not hesitate to cut ties. This is what makes her departure so absolute. She does not leave with doubts in her mind. She does not entertain the idea of coming back. She does not look over her shoulder, wondering if she made a mistake. When she is done, and nothing can change that. She does not dwell on what's lost. She rebuilds, stronger, smarter, and with even firmer boundaries. Every ending is an opportunity to upgrade, not a reason to look back. To her, loss is not something to mourn, it's something to transform. While others wallow in self-pity, grieving what they believe they have lost, she focuses on what she can gain. She sees every setback as a setup for something greater. Every time she walks away from something, she walks towards something better. Most people struggle with moving forward because they are too focused on what they left behind. They allow nostalgia to pull them back into situations that were never truly right for them. They romanticize the past, remembering only the good moments and forgetting why they had to leave in the first place. A Sigma female does not fall into this trap. She does not allow her memories to deceive her. She knows that if something was meant to last, she wouldn't have needed to walk away from it. Her ability to detach is not a defense mechanism. It is a strategy. She does not see the past as something to hold on to. She sees it as something to learn from. And once she has taken the lesson, she does not revisit the classroom. She does not reopen old wounds just because they feel familiar. She understands that healing is not about going back, it is about moving forward. She has no interest in re-experiencing what she has already outgrown. Many people return to old relationships, friendships, or environments because they believe they can recreate the best moments of the past. They convince themselves that things will be different this time, that people will change, that circumstances will improve. But a Sigma female knows better. She understands that the past is not a place to live. It is a place to learn from and move beyond. Her absence speaks louder than her presence. When she walks away, she does not just leave physically. She leaves emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. She removes every trace of attachment, making it impossible for others to pull her back in. This is what makes her different. She does not just move on, she evolves. And once she has evolved beyond a situation, there is no returning to it. Most people struggle to let go because they believe they need closure. They want to hear the final words, have the last conversation, receive an apology. But a Sigma female does not require any of these things. She creates her own closure. She understands that true peace does not come from someone else's explanation. It comes from her own decision to let go. She does not need to hear, "I'm sorry," to forgive. She doesn't need a final conversation to find peace. She does not require closure from another person because she understands that true closure is internal. It is not about what someone else says or does. It is about her decision to move forward regardless of what was left unsaid. This is why she never looks back. She understands that revisiting the past only delays her progress. Many people spend years replaying old conversations, analyzing what went wrong, wondering if they could have done something differently. A Sigma female does not engage in this kind of mental exhaustion. She accepts reality as it is, not as she wishes it to be. She does not waste her time on what-ifs and maybes. She understands that the only direction worth moving in is forward. She does not let nostalgia cloud her judgment. While others look back with longing, she looks ahead with determination. She knows that the best moments of her life are not behind her, they are ahead of her, and she refuses to let the illusion of the past keep her from embracing the future. Her ability to move on without regret is not about being heartless. It's about being self-assured. She doesn't believe in wasted time because every experience has taught her something valuable. She doesn't see walking away as giving up. She sees it as choosing herself, and when she chooses herself, she does so unapologetically. She does not fear being alone. Many people stay in relationships, friendships, or jobs that no longer serve them because they are afraid of solitude. They fear the silence, the empty spaces, the uncertainty of starting over. But a Sigma female thrives in solitude. She understands that being alone is not the same as being lonely. In fact, she finds her greatest strength in her own company. This is why she never hesitates to walk away. She does not stay in toxic situations out of fear. She does not allow attachment to keep her trapped in places where she no longer belongs. She does not wait for external validation to confirm that she made the right choice. She knows herself too well to need that. Her ability to embrace solitude is what gives her ultimate freedom. She does not need constant companionship to feel complete. She does not fear the unknown because she trusts herself to navigate it. She does not stay in situations that make her unhappy just because they are familiar. She has the courage to step into the unknown, knowing that whatever she finds there will be far better than anything she left behind. She never entertains the past once she has decided to leave it behind. Many people struggle with the temptation to go back, to test the waters, to see if things have changed. They tell themselves that maybe time has healed old wounds, that maybe people have grown, that maybe the situation will be different this time. But a Sigma female does not fall for this illusion. She understands that the past is exactly that, the past. If something was truly meant to be, it would not require revisiting or second chances. She does not deceive herself with the idea that people change overnight. She does not believe in temporary transformations that happen out of desperation. She knows that when someone fears losing her, they might act differently for a while, but their core nature remains the same. She trusts patterns, not promises. She listens to consistency, not momentary efforts. And because of this, she never gambles on the idea that someone will suddenly become what they never were before. This is what makes her departure so final. She does not leave because she hopes things will get better without her. She leaves because she knows they won't. She does not walk away as a test to see if someone will chase after her. She walks away because she has already closed the chapter in her mind. There is no hesitation, no waiting period, no silent hope for a reunion. She walks away with certainty, and she never looks back. Her standards remain unshakable. One of the defining traits of a Sigma female is that she does not lower her standards for anyone. She does not adjust her expectations to accommodate people who cannot meet them. She does not water herself down to make others feel comfortable. She does not make exceptions for behavior that she knows she should not tolerate. Many people struggle to uphold their standards because they fear losing people. They think that if they demand too much, they will push others away. They worry that if they enforce their boundaries, they will be left with no one. But a Sigma female does not share this fear. She understands that she would rather be alone than be surrounded by people who do not respect her. She would rather have a small circle of true connections than a large group of superficial relationships. She does not compromise on what she knows she deserves. She does not make excuses for people who consistently fall short. She does not accept half-hearted efforts or conditional love. She does not settle for being treated as an afterthought, as an option, or as someone's second choice. If she is not valued in the way she deserves, she removes herself permanently. This is why she never returns to what she has left behind. She does not lower her standards for nostalgia, for loneliness, or for the fear of starting over. She does not allow temporary emotions to dictate permanent decisions. She does not convince herself that something that was wrong for her in the past could magically be right for her now. She always chooses herself above all else. Some may see this as selfish, but she understands that it is necessary. She knows that if she does not protect her own well-being, no one else will. She knows that if she does not prioritize her own growth, she will be stuck in cycles that do not serve her. She understands that choosing herself is not about rejecting others. It is about refusing to abandon herself. Many women are taught to put others first, to sacrifice their own happiness for the sake of relationships, to tolerate more than they should in order to keep the peace. A Sigma female rejects this conditioning. She does not see herself as someone who exists solely to support, nurture, or accommodate others. She sees herself as the main character in her own life, and she refuses to play a supporting role in someone else's story. This is what makes her so powerful. She does not need external validation to know her worth. She does not rely on someone else's presence to feel complete. She does not require approval, permission, or understanding from others to do what is best for her. She is her own guide, her own protector, her own source of strength. So, Sigma ladies, when a Sigma female walks away, it is not an invitation to chase her. It is not a test. It is not a moment of uncertainty. It is a decision written in stone. And what's even more powerful, she does not just leave a situation. She leaves the version of herself that once tolerated it. She evolves, and in that evolution there is no room for looking back. If this resonated with you, don't just watch, subscribe to the Sigma Lady for more insights into the rare, independent, and unstoppable force that is the Sigma woman. And remember, leaving is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate display of strength. Until next time, stay untamed, stay fearless, and never lower your standards.